Welcome back to another episode. Today's topic is finding value. So we've been talking about a lot of different topics, but I wanted to circle back to value. Why? Because value is one of those things that we don't talk about often enough. Unlike money, value is everywhere. Value can be created out of thin air. And if value can actually do that, then money, which is the exchange of value, can also do the same thing. Now, the book in particular that I actually wanted to focus on today was E-Myth Mastery by Michael Gerber. I actually had my son read through the book and gathered some notes for me because I wanted to talk about a few of the points that were actually mentioned as far as what the difference is between a successful career and a successful business. And so if you wanted to find the answer to that, this book is actually, excuse me, a very good start for it because what it does is it talks about what actually makes a successful business. And it's not the same things that you would think would make a successful career. And this is a particularly important question for anyone with hopes and aspirations of transitioning from an employee mindset or transitioning from a job into creating their own business. It is not something that is as straightforward as you would think. It's not transferring to get into another vehicle or to essentially just switch from one job to another. It's a completely different way of thinking. And if anything, that's why most businesses that actually start out fail. I think the projections are something around 90% of small businesses fail the first time out. And the reason being is unless you have a mentor that kind of gives you some guidance of what to expect, you're likely to fall flat on your face. Now, I've fallen flat on my face a number of times, but I've gotten back up and I've kept pushing forward. And when I do have my little mishaps, I look for references, I look for mentors, I look for folks that have actually done it before. And that's probably one of the few things that you may actually, let's say here in the media, you might actually hear it more from entrepreneurs and people actually starting the business, but having someone help and guide you saves you so much time. Some folks have just, they've battled through it, but they haven't asked enough questions. They haven't searched for the right people. And you do that early off within your journey for creating a new business, and it will help you immensely because there'll just be a lot of pitfalls that you will avoid. So imagine not falling on your face 100 times, but, just taking a fraction of that and just keep pushing forward and just accelerating as a result of not having to fall down. So the value in a book, how do you actually go about finding value? So the first thing I like actually starting with is asking a question. And probably anyone that's actually starting out, well, let's say looking to create a business, first question they may have is, what actually creates a successful business? And the first thing that comes to mind for most folks is, I want my business to make lots of money. That's great, but that's not the only thing that will actually make a successful business. Money is one component, but is not the only component. And if you focus on the money piece, that can be a pitfall in and of itself. So The E-Myth is a very good book because it talks about the entrepreneur mindset and essentially what you actually have to do to transition from where you are into where you want to be. And it's all about the transition. So this book actually lays out 7 key disciplines that you might want to actually consider if you're considering going in business for yourself, already in business for yourself, or looking to go to that next level. And those are leadership. Leadership is a really big one there. Folks want to be able to look up to a leader to let them know where the company is actually headed. Leadership is very important for that. Next piece is marketing. Marketing is a good one. Marketing is sharing your story in a way that other people can actually absorb it and remember you. That's what marketing does. It's just meant to get yourself out there and to become known. Third is money. Without money, a business isn't going to be around very long. So being able to bring in revenue as a way to cover costs and expenses and continue on is going to be very important there, as well as management. You have to be able to manage challenges, problems surprises. That's what you have to be able to do. You have to have discernment on how to actually navigate through that and move forward. Fulfillment. So the business should be something that you actually love to do, because you'll be willing to do things that other folks just aren't willing to do. After that, lead conversion and lead generation. I'd probably say lead generation would probably come first. But for whatever leads you actually do get, those are potential customers, folks that are interested in what you actually offer, being able to close those opportunities. So those are all the things that a business actually needs. And it's quite different than just a career, because a career, you just focus on yourself. But a business, there are so many different moving pieces, and your job as a manager is to just make sure all those pieces and components are moving efficiently and fluidly within the system. So finding the value in a book, all you have to do is just know, you have to have a question. You want to know what you're looking for. You have that and you will find what you're looking for. And don't be afraid to just ask the resources that will lead you in the right direction. If you don't know the answer, don't worry about having the answer. Focus on the question and the answer will come. So I hope you appreciate this talk on finding value, in particular, finding value through asking a question and then making sure that that question is just posed to the right resources. So I hope you appreciate this lesson. There will be more. We're going to continue on this topic as far as what you actually have to do to find value. So until the next episode, bye.